Hi Aquarius, welcome to your April bonus reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you for your support. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell if you would like to stay up to date on when I post new content here. If you're returning, yes, you are seeing my face, Aquarius. Trying something new, we'll see how this goes. Leaning into my discomfort of showing my face on camera. This is like the second or third time I've tried your reading today. I'm going to blame it on Mercury retrograde. In any event, Aquarius, hope you're doing well. As I'm recording this, it is April 14th. We are still in the midst of Aries season, although we will be shifting into Taurus season on April 19th. We're still in the middle of Mercury retrograde, as I mentioned. That will be shifting on the 25th, although we will have 2 weeks post shadow phase. So hope you're doing well. We just came out of the eclipse portal. We had the solar eclipse in Aries on April 8th. So I don't know how you've been feeling, but my energy's been all over the place. My emotions have been all over the place. I've been really exhausted, but doing my best. So in any event, thanks for being here. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Please help me in pulling the most relevant messages for Aquarius at this time, Spirit. What messages do we have for Aquarius? Okay. Let's pull one more card, Aquarius, and then I'll start your reading. Interesting. All right. They're all coins. So you've been focused on your money. You've been focused on your stability. Knight of Coins, Aquarius. So in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the traditional tarot, all of the knights are cards of action, although the Knight of Coins is typically seen as the slowest card in the deck. Now, I do feel like in this particular tarot deck, there's a bit more action, but what I'm getting from this card right now is trust the timing. Don't feel rushed to make a decision or a move forward right now, especially as we're in Mercury retrograde. And, you know, like I said, we just came out of this eclipse portal, and I'm not an astrologer, but a lot of astrologers are saying, you know, a lot of this energy is going to be with us over the next 6 months. So there's still more that's going to be coming to light. So I don't know what you're working towards. This could have to do with work. This could have to do with a new side hustle, creative project, or a new business. So this, I feel like, is a time of contemplation, Aquarius. A time for you to really think about what it is you want, what you're hoping to manifest into your 3D reality. Also understanding that the coins or the pentacles, they take the longest to manifest in 3D reality. And, you know, I let you know when I'm recording these videos just so you're aware, but time and energy are fluid, right? So this is going to show up for you in different time frame and timeline depending on your individual situation, right? So this could be relevant right now, this could be relevant next month, this could be relevant in early summer, right? Depending on your timeline. It really is going to depend, since it's a general energy reading. But don't feel rushed to move forward if you're unsure, right? Take your time to see things in a very clear and sober path and way. Now, 8 of Coins in reverse. I really like this. I think it's a very interesting card upright. It's all about hard work. And what I'm seeing with this is I think that you've been trying to understand how you're investing your time, energy, and resources. And maybe you've been acknowledging that there's been 6 of Coins, some things that have been out of balance with regard to your work-life balance and the time and energy you've been investing on working, whether it, again, is, you know, your own personal business or in a company or a side hustle. I feel like maybe that's part of what you really need to sit with at this time, Aquarius, is better understanding the time, energy available to you and how you can best utilize what you have, your energy and your resources, without burning yourself out, right? So I think that this is about you really sitting with the idea of working smarter, not harder. And Page of Coins, which for me in this deck, this is like a really, really interesting card because there's this ship above his head, but he's got these like ropes around his arms, and he's like surrounded by this castle. So for me, this really speaks to restriction or perceived restriction. And again, I'm feeling like this is very Mercury retrograde, that you're wanting to make a move, you're wanting to make an investment, you're wanting to take action, but you're actually being asked to slow down and really contemplate and consider everything around you at this time. Again, maybe in the past you've been prone to overworking, and the universe is really asking you to sit with, why has that been so out of balance for you in the past, right? Is there some underlying fear of lack of financial instability, maybe from your past, or just, triggered by the overall economy, which for so long has been in chaos and is understandable, right? Like, I am definitely not a love and light only person. I don't believe in toxic positivity. Bills are real. And having stress around your financial stability is understandable, but depleting yourself and working yourself to death is not really the answer. So I feel like with these two surrounding cards, the Page of Coins and the Nine of Coins, this is about you getting really real with yourself. Think long and hard, Aquarius, about everything that's led up to this point, and the times that you've overextended yourself, that you've burnt yourself out, that you've overworked, that you've been a workaholic. And ask yourself, when you've been in those jobs and those situations where you've been working yourself to death and things have been out of balance, how did that work out for you? Do you feel like you were actually acknowledged and appreciated when you burnt yourself out and when you were burning the candle at both ends? Or do you feel like you were taken advantage of? And where did that come from? Did that come from a place of lack and fear that, like, oh, if I don't constantly prove myself, if I'm not always available, if I don't say yes to everything, I'm not going to have money, I'm not going to have this job, I'm not going to have stability. So I feel like there's a lot coming up about finances, about fears about financial stability and stability in general. And whatever you're trying to move towards, whether this is like applying for a new job, starting a new business, applying for a promotion or a raise, the universe wants you to get really honest, really real, really clear with what the ultimate goal is. It wants you to find some balance, right? And where there's been imbalance, ask yourself the hard question of why. What is that motivated by, right? Where did that come from? All right. Thank you, angel, spirits, and guides. 10 of Swords. There is an ending. And this card is really intense. Air energy. If you can get really honest and real with yourself, Aquarius, about how things have been out of balance, out of whack in the past, you're going to come to a place where all of that mental entrapment, all of that overthinking, all of the self-doubt and fear, that's going to come to an end. All of the past ways of being where you've been doing too much and like gaslighting yourself into overextending yourself and burning yourself out and being a workaholic, despite the fact that you were taken advantage of and you didn't have time for yourself. You didn't have time for your friends. You didn't have time for your family. It was just work, 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 work. This needs to come to an end. You first need to address, again, right? Like I was saying earlier, where is this coming from? Where is this behavior stemming from? So that you can understand the root. It could simply be, you grew up in a household where finances were a big concern, where there was struggle around finances and stability. And so as a means to regulate yourself, you've given into workaholism. The belief that unless you do it all and you show up 150% all the time and you say yes to everything, that you're never going to have stability. The universe is giving you an opportunity to address this and face this so that you can come to let that go, right? Let those programs, those old ideas about what it means to be stable, to be successful, to let go of those ideas that have been driving you. It's not about shaming or judging. It's about understanding, right? Let's get one more card here. This is definitely going to be really challenging for you. The world in reverse is giving me that struggle with letting those old patterns and beliefs go. That you've been operating in this place of fear and worry and anxiety and workaholism based on old patterns, old structures, you know, the way that you were raised, that you were taught to give it 150%, to put work first, to put yourself last. But it's not really working anymore, right? And so when you see the world upright, this is the end of a cycle. So it's reversed. So I'm saying, like, I think that this is part of the challenge right now. And you're really being asked to go inward and to really understand that programming that's been controlling you all of these years, Aquarius. That, like, wanting to be stable and wanting to have the money that you need to pay your bills and to take care of yourself and your family, that's totally fine. But not at the expense of your mental health, your well-being, and your own family dynamics, right? There's a struggle to let this go. It's like it's here, it wants to end, but there's a fear of letting this go. Page of Wands in reverse, there's a fear of taking this new path of faith. Just show it to you upright. There's like almost a fear of what you want. And this has also been coming up in a lot of my readings this month is, you know, be careful what you ask for because you might just get it. And I feel like you've been struggling with that work-life balance. You've been struggling with the workaholism. You've been struggling with operating from this place of fear of instability. And it's really been depleting your energy and your resources. But now that you have an opportunity to address it and to take action towards a more balanced approach to work and money, it's really hard to let those old structures and stories go. I do feel like you're going to be coming out on the other side of this, feeling a lot more clear and a lot more confident, King of Swords. There's just going to be some challenging moments. Like I said, we are in the middle of retrograde. A lot of us have been triggered, myself included. And when it comes to stability and financial stability, it's totally understandable that this is not an easy thing to let end, even if your workaholism, operating from a place of lack, worry, and fear has been depleting you. You've been operating under that place for so long that it's hard to start something new. It's hard to reprogram yourself. But if you're willing to take on this task, if you're willing to be honest with yourself about how you've been operating and the fact that it's really not serving you, that's the whole thing, right? Aquarius is like, I don't think you don't have a problem with being honest. Maybe there's a struggle with the emotions that it brings up. But if you're able to face your fears, if you're able to acknowledge the programming that you've been operating under, you're going to come out on the other side a lot more confident in your perspective, in your insights, in your intelligence, and your intellect. And you're going to be able to make more logical decisions. This is clarity. This is groundedness. When you're making decisions from a place of worry and fear, you're not making logical decisions. Now, your ego is going to say, well, but we have to do things this way. Because if not, we're not going to have the money. We're not going to be able to pay the bills. Things are going to be unstable. Because the ego is simply concerned with surviving. But I see you wanting to thrive. So if you're willing to face those fears and to address the programming that's really been driving you, you have an opportunity to come out the other side of this more clear-minded and actually more grounded and logical. So it's really going to be up to you, Aquarius, right? Each of you are going to be on your own individual path. Definitely trust yourself. You have free will. Do what you feel is best. Don't feel rushed. This is just about sitting with what's coming up, those fears that are coming up, the programming that's being triggered, right? So that you can better understand it and operate from a clear intellectual space and let go of the past. So let go of the things that have been controlling you. Let go of operating on autopilot. Spirit, can you give some more advice and insights here? Temperance. Be patient with yourself. You have an opportunity to really address old programming that's been operating for a long time. And I think you have an opportunity, Aquarius, to heal old karmic ancestral wounds, right? That like you likely have a family that has been operating from a place of lack, worry, fear, instability for a very long time. And you may be the first person in your family that is willing to address these things head on and wanting to operate from a different place so that you can be the example of what's possible, that you can thrive and you don't have to do everything from a place of fear. But be patient, right? Be patient with yourself. Be patient as these things are triggered. Be patient as you face some of these ideas, thought patterns, programming. There's deep healing that's available to you. And again, it's Mercury retrograde. So be patient with yourself as these things are triggered, because this is not easy energy to work through. It's not just like, oh, you know, just stop doing that. Ace of Wands. If you can be patient with this process, you are going to be rewarded. Something that you don't know is possible on the other side of your fear. This could be a promotion, this could be a raise, this could be a new job opportunity where they are going to respect your boundaries. They're going to respect that you clock out a certain time, that you take time off, that you spend time with your kids, that you take time for your doctor's appointments. And you're finally going to see that all of that work that you did, all of the inner work, all of the challenges, all of the healing, all the patience you had with yourself, through, you know, struggling to let this cycle go, let the struggle to let go of the known for the unknown, your faith is going to be repaid. Trust. It may not feel like that now because you're in the thick of it, I think, but this is an indication that your faith is going to be rewarded if you are willing, right, to work through these challenges. King of Wands, and your confidence in yourself is going to grow as a result. You have an opportunity to get to know who you truly are and what you're truly capable of. And instead of operating from a place of fear, you're working through those fears. You have an opportunity to work past those fears and to find a confidence and a faith that surpasses understanding, and a faith in yourself and what you're capable of, that's really going to ignite something within you that I just don't think that you knew you were capable of. That's the thing when we face these old programs, our childhood wounds around stability and money, we learn something deeper about ourselves. We learn that we are more than our story. We learn that we're more than our past. So I really love this energy for you, Aquarius. This is a really powerful time for you if you're actually willing to delve into this, right? The Empress, card of Taurus. And as I said, we're moving into Taurus season. So I feel like you're definitely going to have an opportunity to realize what you're capable of, how abundant you are, how creative you are. That like when you can get past operating from a place of lack and fear and worry, your creative juices are really going to start to flow. And the ideas are going to be overly abundant and almost seemingly without having to try, but just in sitting in that confidence that you build within yourself because you took the time to heal. That you learn to be more instead of believing you have to run yourself ragged and you have to constantly be killing yourself. You learn to tap into this inner faith that then ignites creative ideas that you didn't even know you were capable of, like I said. So this could be happening for you very much as we move into Taurus season and out of this Mercury retrograde. Right now is a time, like I said, of reflection, of contemplation, of facing your fears. Get one more card here. And yes, there will be doubts, there will be worries, there will be fears, there will be self-doubt, there will be like, am I really ready to do this? Queen of Wands, yes. This queen knows who she is. She is deeply intuitive and trusts her gut instincts. And King of Wands, if this is related to love and relationships, Aquarius, you fully tapping into your confidence is going to manifest a divine counterpart. There's no gender in tarot, so this is just how you or the other person is showing up. But also this could be about inner union, right? Of finding that balance between being, which is the feminine energy, and doing, which is the masculine energy. And I really do think that that's what this whole period is about you really understanding that, yeah, there's going to be triggers. You're going to doubt yourself. But if you can hold on and do that work of getting over the triggers, getting over the fears, the fire, the creativity, the abundance that's on the other side of your fear is really going to blow your mind, Aquarius. I love this for you. Aquarius, let me know in the comments. Say, I am the Empress. I know that I'm abundant. I know that I am capable. I'm going to keep the faith. Keep doing the work. Keep facing your fears. Keep paying attention to the old programs running in the background and trying to understand, where did they come from? What purpose did they serve? Have they ever really served me? Or am I just operating from a place of fear? You have an opportunity to let these old programs go and to really step into this Empress energy and to find a deep level of faith and confidence in yourself, and your faith will be rewarded. That's what's showing up in the cards here, Aquarius. So loving this for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to close this out with a card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. Spirit, can I get a final message for Aquarius? We have Starfish. Let me just pull this from the book again, Aquarius. Thank you for being here. I hope these messages are supportive for you in your journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossip and feels empty. To bring into balance, positive friends. Yeah. Surround yourself with people who are going to champion you through this process, Aquarius. It doesn't matter how it looks, it matters how it feels. So sending you lots of love through this process. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.